All right. Someone sent me this project review. The name of the project is Aitimart. All right, and you know how we do it. Before we review the project, we're going to read their claims to know what they say that they do. They advertise themselves as an international digital depository where clients can deposit dollars or cryptocurrency and receive a fixed 1% profit, all right, per day. All right, so they say that it also offers a referral slash affiliate program where they pay 25% of income of each newly attracted client. All right, and then they also claim that they are into lending. All right, so they run loan programs and claim to use artificial intelligence for decision making. All right, so they also promise instant withdrawals and very high guaranteed return of 1% daily. That is 365% per year. All right, so these are the basic things they claimed that they do. So we are going to review this project to actually know if it is a legitimate investment platform or not. Now, they did not claim to be smart contracts, so we are not going to be asking about their contract address or anything. They stated clearly that they are into lending and they pay you percentage for depositing your money in their platform. So I can classify it as a centralized platform. All right, and when a platform is centralized, there are basic one of the major things they need to have is regulation. They need to be regulated for them to be operational, for them to be trusted. They have to be regulated. All right, so they have to be regulated in any country they are existing as a centralized platform. When it is decentralized, we may be talking about audit reports, maybe from CETIC and the rest of them. But for a centralized platform, we may be talking about regulation from the regulatory agencies like SEC, FinCEN, and the rest of them. So we are going to be reviewing this project to know if it is a regulated investment platform or not. So let's go straight to it. All right, so this is the homepage of Aitimart .cc. All right, so as you can see, um, according to their claim, you are earning 1% per day, and you know, uh, 365 days a year. That means you are earning about 365% profit. So the tariff plan for income on deposit of a client of the International Digital Depository is 1% for every 24 hours. So that is that on that. So they, according to them, they are into lending, and that means you basically earning money according to them when people borrow from them and pay back with interest. All right, and the means of deposit here is a use of cryptocurrency and fiat. All right, fiat is your normal currency, while crypto is your digital asset. So that is how this project operates. So we are going to review this project. There are basic things you need to know about a centralized platform, because they didn't claim to be in a blockchain system, which will actually make it maybe to look like a decentralized platform, and they didn't claim to be a smart contract project. All right, so that simply implies that this is a centralized platform, and for that reason we are going to check a lot of things, because for a centralized platform, it's just like you are opening a bank, especially for instance in Nigeria. If you want to open a bank account in Nigeria, you will need what is called CBN regulation. All right, so when you are regulated by CBN, it simply means that you cannot just easily do it with people's money, because you are regulated, and even if you do, there should be a collateral what people can use to fall back to. All right, so that is it. So for a project like this project is supposed to be regulated if it is actually a legitimate platform. So these are the basic regulations they need. One of them is what is called SEC, for those of us in Nigeria and US, any project that is in Nigeria that has to do with deposit of money and all that has to be regulated by SEC. All right. So for UK, it has to be regulated by FCA, and then for Australia, it has to be regulated by ASIC, right? So if you've checked and you didn't see this regulation on this particular project, it simply implies that this project is not a legitimate regulated platform. All right, so that is one thing that you need to know. So I have been able to check this project and I didn't see such regulation on this particular project, so I cannot boldly tell you that okay, this is actually a legitimate platform, because there is no such regulation. All right, so for further confirmation, let's go to the company. All right, so let's go to company. So under company, you can see IT Tech Limited was registered in Hong Kong in February 2022. All right, so they claim to be registered in Hong Kong, right? But okay, so how can we authenticate this registration? Where do we see it? Can we see it on the official website of the platform they claim to be registered with? All right, so how do we know that they are actually registered in Hong Kong? All right, so you can see the team they claim to have here, but there is no certificate of registration from Hong Kong. So if they say that they are registered in Hong Kong, they should provide a certificate of registration for verification. Another claim is that they claim that the company's management office is located in London, UK, 13 Harley Crescent, London, NW18NP. All right. So according to them, they have an office in UK, and for the fact that they have an office in UK, they should have FCA regulation if they are really a legitimate platform, because it is that registration, that regulation that will serve as a backup, all right, for members who are investing in it. They need to be regulated, all right. They need to have some collateral, all right, in case somebody run away with people's money, that person will be held responsible. All right, so if we click on, okay, let's click okay, so this is just, if you click on it, this is just for you to submit a question or ticket, all right, which is not actually what we are looking for. All right, so that is that on that. And then another thing is that the domain brand is inconsistent, all right, because there are many related domains with bad reputation bearing the same name. Example, Aitimart .com. There is another domain called aitimart.com, and then this particular one is aitimart.cc. all right, so how do we actually know? There is also another one called aitimart.info and aitimart.net. So how do we know that it is not one person that is just registering this domain using different names? All right, now let me show you something. Let me show you something. Okay, because when a project is registering multiple domains, it could imply that maybe the previous one has gotten a bad review, and for that reason they need to create a new one and do it with the previous one, so that people will not see the bad review. So let me show you something on Grinding Soft. These people claim that they have registered since 2022, right? Okay, so on Grinding Soft, I just scanned aitimart.cc, and you can see that they have just 1 point out of 100. 1/100 is not a good score. That is another issue I have with this particular platform. And then under the safety check, you can see that this website has a limited traffic, all right, which means people have not started investing on it that much. All right, so that is it. And then this website, this domain is just 6 months. This domain is just 6 months. So the claim that they have been existing since 2022 is not verifiable. Where do we verify that they have been existing since 2022 when their domain is just 6 months? And then 5 sites is warned. Okay, so there are a lot of things here. They say, okay, look at what Grindingsoft said. They said Aitimart.cc operates as a suspicious website with multiple red flags that compromises its trustworthiness and user safety. The platform exhibits concerning characteristics including misleading information, questionable operational practices, or potential malware distribution that pose significant risk to visitors. Alright, key warning signs include unclear ownership information, lack of proper contact details, suspicious content quality, and potential security vulnerabilities. The website may host malicious software, engage in deceptive practices, or collective personal data without proper safeguards. While Aitimart.cc may not be an outright scam, the combination of these factors makes it unreliable and potentially dangerous. Users should exercise extreme caution when interacting with this site and avoid providing any personal information or downloading files from this untrustworthy platform. Alright, so you can see that this is a very bad review from Grindingsoft. And now let's go to Trustpilot. If you go to Trustpilot, on checking Aitimart.cc, there was no result, but on checking Aitimart.com, we saw some reviews here. Alright, we saw some reviews here. Okay, so this person say they lure you in with smooth talk, and they lure you in with smooth talk and then vanish. Virtual wave come through for me when I thought it was all gone. Okay, so you can see this person say this platform fooled me. This platform fooled me. At first it looked reliable and serious, but it's all a lie. The plan is supposed to be open-ended, but the moment I hit a certain return, they started blocking my withdrawal. Excuses after excuse with no proof. I have saved every email, every message. I am really furious. I am better off on good rule. They are honest and allow easy. So this one now gave a bad review to this project and then promoted another platform. So how are we sure that the one this person is promoting is legit? So you can see a lot of other review. First, advertising from the start. IT platform is a scam. They pay you for a while and fix excuses to disable your account for no reason because they don't want to continue paying you. They refuse to answer tickets after disabling your account for no reason. When your account gets too big, they just stop you from being able to log in and start ignoring customer support tickets. They pay for a small while, and then turn you off at will after they limit withdrawals to only $10 with an increase to only 28.2 after being asked to. Then boom, they remove your account because they don't want to pay you the $10,000 in your account. So you can see a lot of bad reviews on Aitimart.com. So how sure are we that it is not Aitimart.cc that actually changed to Aitimart.com? Alright, so that is another thing I also discovered from this particular platform. Alright, so what is the sustainability of their income? What is the proof that they are actually lending? Because since it is a centralized platform that we cannot actually check on chain, they can actually provide a proof that okay, this is why our platform is legit. These are the organizations or regulatory platforms that are actually regulating us and the rest of them. Alright, but there is no such thing. So how do we invest money on a project that does not have such verifications? Alright, and then another thing is that they have a suspicious infrastructure. Alright, so the security analysis of the CC domain, as you can see, is flagged. Or like so it is a young domain, and for a young domain anything can happen within a very short period of time. All right, so that is it. And then the referral slash affiliate emphasis on the 25% of income of each referred client is too big. All right, so when you refer somebody and you are getting 25% of the person's income, how much is the person borrowing paying back with? How much interest is the person paying back? I saw what when I was reading about this platform, they said that when you borrow, you are paying back with 1.7% interest per day. All right, so where is how are they going to generate the 25% they are paying you if they are paying such? All right, so um so the business model is very weak, all right, because they claim to generate profit via issuing individual loans remotely via AI, yet there is no verifiable public evidence of loan portfolio, regulated disclosures, audited financials, etc. So the loan rate of 1.75% per day is very very high and implausible for a sustainable lending business. All right, so that is all I have to tell you about it. So given all these indications here, I can boldly tell you that this platform boasts to be a legitimate platform, but for me, there is no proof that they are actually legitimate, because everything you are doing on this platform is just based on your own personal speculation, and you are at the risk of losing your money if you invest on this particular project. All right, so if you want to invest on this particular project, think about risk management, and anything you are invested in it, get ready to either lose or win. So it is 50-50 at the end of the day. Thank you.